A lot of people think that suppose they have PCOD, PCOS, or thyroid or diabetes, they have to have a completely different diet for that. Western medicine has its basis on this part of the body is not doing well. Let us try to give you something which will counter the final effect of whatever the cause is, right? They will never attack the cause, they will attack what is the final effect on the body. Suppose you are having a headache, they'll be like, oh, you have a headache, let's get rid of the headache with this kind of medicine which is going to suppress the headache. But there is no question of why the headache arose in the first place. Same thing with things like diabetes. Oh, you're insulin resistant, your body is not able to process the insulin, it's not able to use the insulin to get food items into the cell. Let's give you more insulin. Is this the solution? It will work symptomatically, it will work in the short term always, of course, because finally whatever issue you are having in the body, the pain will disappear. But is this the long term solution? Is this what medicine really should be? The best form of medicine is no medicine. The best form of nutrition advice is something that you can follow regardless of what lifestyle disease you have, so that you do not develop any lifestyle disease. And if you have a lifestyle disease, if you follow natural and traditional principles, most of the time you will actually reverse the lifestyle disease completely, because you will attack the root cause. The root cause of any lifestyle disease is not attacked by changing food items for that lifestyle disease, or thinking that this food item is not good for this natural food item is not good, etc. The root cause is somewhere else, which is never in the training of any of these nutritionists or even doctors usually, right? Now, why is it not in the training? Because in their training, the training is all made, all the text which is there in their textbooks comes from where? It comes from research papers. And who publishes the research papers? Research papers are always published by people who can benefit from the research. They are the people funding the research. There may be scholars and researchers who are doing the research, but where do they get their funding from? They get their funding from pharma, food processing, as well as supplement manufacturing industries. And this is a known fact. 99% of research in these areas is actually published by these people, right? It's funded by these people, funded by these industries. In life in general, people who have a lot of money as well as power will always try to retain that, will try to multiply it. And these are huge industries which have a huge amount of wealth as well as power. That the system is made in such a way that the correct advice would actually never reach you. You have to look at logic yourself and determine that advice. Determine the right course of action by looking at and understanding pure logic. And that pure logic is basically the fact that your human body by default is actually a fit and healthy body. If you do something which is unnatural, only that is the root cause of causing a lifestyle disease. You would not get a lifestyle disease otherwise. And this can also be seen in the percentage of population which has these lifestyle diseases. Just 100 years back, the percentage of population which had these lifestyle diseases was less than 1% of the population. PCOD, PCOS, thyroid, diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure issues, all this was less than 1% of the population. And now it is such a huge percent of the population, it's almost 70% has these lifestyle diseases. Is that something that is natural? So if you understand this fact, you yourself will understand that, oh, you have this lifestyle disease, the root cause is not that you have included beans in the diet, or you have had roti, or you have had too much mangoes and that is why you have developed diabetes. No, the root cause is whatever you have done that is unnatural, what is different from what our ancestors used to do. And what is the clear differences? The clear difference is you have food items now being made in factories and laboratories. You have totally different type of food items than what was available 100 years back. They are cooked in a totally different ways. The ingredients are totally different. You have chemical preservatives, you have stabilizers, colors, flavors, You know, 15 to 20 chemicals are there everywhere. You have refined oil, which is totally unnatural. There was nothing called, you know, people were not having rice bran oil, etc., etc. A lot of these oils, modern sunflower, safflower, refined oils especially, are all oils which give a great yield to the companies. So they are able to use poor quality ingredients, they are able to heat it up to a high temperature, and that then gives them much more yield in the oil, but it's actually very dangerous for human health. It is no longer the type of oil that humans have evolved to eat. Humans have evolved to eat cold pressed oil, which is you take the raw ingredients, you press it, how much oil comes out, and it's absolutely great for cooking. You don't need to worry about saturated fat, unsaturated fat, etc., etc., as long as you're eating natural and traditional food items. But what do companies do? They say, no, you know what, this has this much monounsaturated fat, this has this much saturated fat, and there was a whole campaign against saturated fat which was totally unjustified. This caused us not to have this kind of campaign, caused people not to have ghee for almost 40-50 years. They used to hate ghee in the Western countries. Now they've started loving it again. Why? It still has the same amount of saturated fat. So always think beyond what information is fed to you. Understand who is giving you the information, how did they get the information. Go natural, go traditional, and you're going to have great results. You do not need to worry about macronutrient ratios, calorie counting. You don't need to worry about removing natural food items. Get rid of 100% all packaged processed food items from your diet. Don't eat foods made in restaurants, hotels, marriages, because they all contain, again, a lot of packaged processed food items. They contain a lot of unnatural ingredients. They contain refined oil. They contain a huge amount of chemical preservatives. Stop having digestive biscuits, rusk, namkeen, dessert, chocolate, ice cream, cookies, cakes, which are made in factories. You can make biscuits at home, you can make chocolates at home. So as long as you eat natural food items, you don't need to worry about. Have a nice balanced ratio, of course, right? Have a nice balance and variety of food items. Cook it in kadhais and not in microwaves. Have chicken curry, mutton curry, fish fry. Have dal, roti, sambar, rasam, dosa, sweets made at home with jaggery and ghee. Spices, which are amazing for health. And do your exercise, sleep on time, wake up naturally without an alarm. Be outdoors in sunlight, get some sun. Don't be scared of the sun. And that's how you're going to get amazing results. You don't need to do anything special. Whichever your condition is, whether you have lifestyle disease already, whether you have, whether you're overweight, whether you're underweight, whether you're not having enough muscle mass, you want to increase muscle mass, there are only few things that are actually different. The basis, the fundamentals are absolutely the same. Maintain a fit and strong and healthy body. Do it in a sustainable way. And the way you'll do that is by following a natural and traditional lifestyle. Thank you.